think I gotta stop going to the library. So this is my, TBR list for the month of July. And I think I am being a little too ambitious here. Don't know what this is gonna happen, but we're gonna try really hard. Welcome back to Overbooked, guys. My name's Amanda, and I'm here to talk books. Books I'm gonna read in the month of July. July is gonna be an interesting and very busy, very overbooked month. So I read about seven and a half books because I read like half of an audiobook in the month of June because there wasn't a ton happening and I had a lot of time. July, there's just a ton of stuff happening. For example, I'm going to visit my friend in Madison, Wisconsin this week to visit her for the 4th of July, and that's not gonna leave a lot of reading time. There's gonna be a couple wedding stuff going on. It's just, calendar's booked. I'm overbooked. Here we are. Let's get started. So the first book that I would like to read, because it is due very soon at the library and I guess you can't renew it, is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Nidge. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, sorry. I also read her Everything I Never Told You book, and it was amazing, so I'm sure this will not disappoint. This is also being made into I think it's a Hulu series by Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington, I'm pretty sure is supposed to be in it. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I would really like to read it before that comes out. It's about a family, another family, and one family adopts a Chinese child, Chinese American baby, and the community gets torn in half about this custody battle, and it's a hot mess. I have started reading it, and the book opens up with a house burning down. Like, the little fires everywhere, like there's matches set all over the place. So it's gotta be good. It's already started off with a huge fire. Next book I'm gonna read is called The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker. I honestly literally know nothing about this book because I'm reading this for my book club that I do with my family, and another girl picked this book out, but one of the other girls in the book club already read it, and she said that she really, really liked it. So I'm pretty excited. It's kind of like a sci-fi book, and people in the community start falling asleep and they're not waking up, and what's going on? The dreamers get it. They're sleeping, they're dreaming away. I finished Beartown, and I don't know if I would usually do this, but I immediately had to go get the next book in the series, As Against You, because I freaking loved Beartown so much. It was such a good book. So this is kind of like the aftermath of what happens in Beartown. I don't want to give too much away, but because I don't want to like give away what happens in Beartown, and I think I would do that if I described this book, but this is just kind of like the after effects of what happened after everything went down in Beartown, and then this. I'm really, really excited because I devoured Beartown, and I'm sure this is going to be just as good, and I'm very excited. I talked about this in my, new booktuber video, and I got so interested. I don't think you guys understand. I had to cut out like 5 minutes of me just looking at this book from that video. I got really interested in it, and I really wanted to check it out. So this is called Prairie Fires by Fraser, and it's the American Dreams of Laura Ingalls Wilder, and it's like pretty much a true story of Laura Ingalls Wilder. There's a lot more than just the rose-colored glass of her childhood and pioneer days. A lot of it was, I guess, hard. Like, there was a lot of struggle and just a lot of things that just didn't happen. And I guess her daughter did a lot of ghostwriting for her, and just kind of like a controversy around that. And she didn't become successful and bring herself out of poverty until like her 60s. That's when she started writing these books. So I am really interested in this because I was really into the Little House on the Prairie books as a kid. I was reading a lot of reviews on Goodreads, and they were all pretty good. So I'd really like to know more about Laura Ingalls Wilder. And I think after I read this book, my boyfriend and I are planning on going back home to South Dakota for a wedding in September, and I think it'd be really fun to check out her. We have like a museum, and her Homestead, I think. I'm really not quite sure, into Smith, South Dakota. And I think it'd be really cool to check that out. Wrapping up my Laura Ingalls Wilder little thing that I have going on right now. So I talk about my love of books with everybody that I know. And some people get really excited and some people just brush me off. One girl at work really is into books, and she just read Normal People by Sally Rooney, and she left this on my desk, and it was a really nice way to come into work. I've seen this on Bookstagram all over the place, and I'm really excited to read this. And I know that there's this huge hype about how there's no quotation marks used in this, so I don't know if that's gonna bother me really. I don't think it really will, so I'm not too worried about it. But again, I don't really know much about this book. I hope you guys are getting a lot out of these TBR videos. They're really insightful, and you learn a lot about books from me, clearly. Last book that I have is a book that I got from one of the girls from my book club that I meet with, called the Girly Book Club, and she's part of the Book of the Month Club, which I can't really afford because I am trying to pay off those student loans, baby. No subscriptions for me. But I can take advantage of her subscription because she brings her books that she keeps after she's done reading. So, pretty nice. But she brought The Science of the Girls by Pat Barker. And I'm really excited because I've seen this around and it's been on my TBR. And you guys all know I love historical fiction, so I'm down to clown. And this is about the women captured living in the Greek camp during the final weeks of the Trojan War. So, really excited about this one. I think this will be really cool to read. And, you know, I'm all about that feminist life, so really hope these girls take charge. This is my impressive, pile. Intimidating, impressive, daunting, too much, overachieving, scary pile. And I probably should just cool it. But I think that I could do it. I have faith in myself. I think that it will be okay. I think my boyfriend's tired of going on walks to the library and me coming home with giant books all the time. But whatever, it's not his life, it's mine, and I'm living it. Excited to get started? Let's do this thing.